Oh my gosh, for people taking notes, it didn't say season 2 of the... You can't hear me?
I can hear you. I didn't hear that.
Oh, got it. You hear? Let's try it again. Let's see. Can you hear this? Huh. Maybe you're like a dog. Maybe it's like a pitch, like a certain pitch. You can't hear our music.
I'm sure that's it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it has nothing to do with you.
Here, I'm going to try to whistle. Hold on. Can you hear this?
Hold on.
I'm kidding. I didn't whistle. Oh, my God. For the love. You're like messing with my daughter.
I had a button. There we go. No, I couldn't. I just figured out why I couldn't hear it. It was my fault, not yours.
Okay. Well, that's shocker. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get your nose, and then I'm going to eat it. Get it? Oh, my God.
Stop.
It didn't say season 2 at the beginning of that. Did you notice that?
We need to fix that.
No, I didn't say it.
Oh, it didn't say
no.
it. So we're just rolling now. Just no seasons.
Who knows? I mean, it may pop up every once in a while, but
after what 690 episodes. What is it?
Oh, probably more than that because we're at like 470 or whatever now, and then we had 365 the year.
360. We got to be over 1,000.
Maybe.
It's been 3 years.
Yeah, true.
19, 20, and 21.
Yeah,
it's got to be close. It's got to be. Wow.
That's insane.
Wow.
Insanity. Absolute insanity.
Oh, wow. All right. So, any big news on your side?
No, not really.
I'm bringing something to the table because I don't know if you know who this person is, but I'm assuming you probably will.
Okay.
It's a TV show I'm guessing you watched. Former 90 Day Fiance star.
Oh, I did not watch that show. My parents watched that show. I'm not against it. Like I'm not looking down on people that watch it. We just have too many other garbage shows that we watch.
So 90 Day Fiance. Oh, how did that all work? Do you remember? Was it like they came together, they threw them together, and then they had to get married, or how did that work?
Okay, so
because I want to know how crazy this chick really is.
There's two. Well, I'm sure crazy, but there's two different kinds of shows. There's like 90 Day Fiance, and then there's Married at First Sight. Married at First Sight, they don't see each other until they're at the altar, and then they get married, and then it's a shit show. So then before that, 90 Day Fiance is that you're engaged for 90 days, and then you decide at the end of that 90 days if you're going to get married or not. And 99% of the time, it's these girls doing it for a visa or whatever to come over here. Right. And it's just a disaster. It's all a disaster. And it's amazing. So I think that's how it goes. God.
Well, there's one of the girls, her name is Stephanie Motto.
And most of the dudes couldn't pull girls like that in America like normally. Just so that's how I know it's like a total setup, just a disaster. Is this like,
what was the nerd show that was on? Remember that
Beauty
one?
and the Geek.
Beauty and the Geek. There we go. That's what that was. That's right. I see a pattern. Mm-hmm. So the Stephanie, apparently just making headlines about 2 days ago. This just came out. She has an unusual stream of income. Has about 260,000 strong in her following.
Okay.
So she's got a lot of people that she can throw some stuff at and be an influencer if she wants to make some bucks. Apparently, it has been revealed she has been making buku bucks by selling her Toots in a Jar.
Huh? Her farts? She's farting in a jar and selling it?
Yes.
What?
And yes.
The internet is incredible.
And she's selling it for like $1,000 a jar.
What?
Seriously. At one point, they said that the demand was so high that she was selling like 50 jars a week. But the funny part is...
How do you have that? Did you fart that much?
But see, this is the funny part. She was literally doing it. She could have literally sold them jars of air with something squeezed in there.
But I think it's almost a punishment for them for actually buying it, for her actually doing it.
She had to go to the hospital.
For farting
because she was doing. They said that she basically squeezed out one too many, apparently, and so she had to make a dash to the hospital.
Oh my gosh!
She thought she was having a stroke, and thought it was over. She's 31. Okay, she's 31, and she was eating like 3 protein shakes, black bean soup.
Oh my!
Anything that she could get to, and then she said something wasn't right.
Well, yeah,
with the pressure in her stomach, it started moving upwards, and it was hard for her to breathe.
So she knows that it's not a stroke, right? Like that's like a different, like that's not a stroke, but that's okay.
Well, then her anxiety went really high.
Yeah.
And that's when her heart started beating really fast. And she thought,
that's craziness.
This is it. She got to the hospital, didn't tell the doctors about her career path, only the changes that she had made to her diet.
Okay.
And
I wouldn't have said that either, but
I wouldn't have said, by the way, I fart in a jar for a profession.
right.
But she has now retired from it.
Why?
She didn't just
just rein it back a little bit. Just do like 20 jars. It's $20,000 a week.
Right. But I'm laughing at this because I'm thinking nobody would ever know that she didn't actually physically toot.
Yeah.
All she had to do was just sell them a jar and
just sell them a jar.
Something stinky in it.
Yeah. Or just not even that. Just put it in a jar.
Right?
Just send them a jar.
Maybe they should smell like roses. Because then she could have really made money.
I mean, you're 100% right. Because these idiots on the internet, they don't know. They don't, they're not doctors. So they don't know. That blows me away. Now I'm torn though, because I don't think I would lead with that's what I did for a living, but that's also kind of an I figured out life flex right there. You figured out a hack to make a ton of money on doing something that everybody does. And man, there are some dirt bags on the internet.
They can't wait to buy it, right? I mean, we thought the feet people were one thing because that's a whole line. And there are a lot of people that are like on, is it OnlyFans? That's just okay, fine. Whatever, dude. Doesn't hurt me.
There's some girls that I follow. I don't know them personally, but I follow them on Instagram. And they were like friends of friends. And I've seen them on their stories post a couple times. Like they'll post DMs from dudes that send them that offer them thousands of dollars for a picture of their feet or a sock that they wore at the gym. And first of all, I think like I couldn't get to FedEx fast enough. Like if somebody offered me that, like you're an idiot. I'll take your money all day long. But what creepos?
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious. I saw that and I'm just like, oh, Pat will love this.
Oh, man.
I'm surprised you didn't know who she was, but now that I know you didn't actually watch the show.
I'll ask my dad. He'll know.
Tell him what Stephanie's been up to.
Can you imagine if my brother did that?
Oh, God.
My brother would be like, he would have a golden tower.
I was going to say he should sell his to the DOD. I'm going to just say.
Mustard gas.
We can weaponize that right now.
Man.
It's easy. That would be, I don't even know if a glass jar could hold it.
And it's not even like that. That isn't even like even the feet thing. I don't know. Like, I don't understand. Yeah. I'm not a girl, so I don't understand that being like gross. I mean, I get it's gross. It's disgusting. But if I was a girl and somebody's offering me this money just to take a picture of my feet, I don't know. I wouldn't have a problem with it. Would you? Like if like, hey, Jill, I'll give you $20,000 over the next year to send me a picture of one picture a week for your feet. Would you do it?
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's not a moral thing. It's like you're not naked. It's your feet. People see it at the pool.
It's your feet. Which is weird because that almost brought down. What was that guy? It was a coach, wasn't it? Wasn't it a coach that had the foot thing?
Yeah.
That almost brought him down.
Yeah.
Because people found out about his foot thing.
But he owned it, and it was his wife, and they made fun of it, and like whatever, it went away.
And it went away. Yeah, they tried to make it a deal, and it's like, it's his feet. It's feet. It's feet. Right. And for most people, seeing somebody else's feet is gross.
For the most part, yeah.
I think that's probably why for some people it's so ew. When they think about it, because it's you don't want to see naked feet. You don't want to see feet on a plane. You don't want to see feet.
I'm gonna Google something
on a chair. You don't want to see feet up on a table.
No, that's gross. You don't
want to and I think the bottoms of feet isn't that in some countries that's an insult.
Is it
as well? Mm-hmm. Oh, I think there's something along those lines. I'm not really up on my other alternative cultures, but
it would sound that sounds about right.
Sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. So with that,
time to start looking at it. If you're selling your toots in a jar, or if you're selling pictures of your feet, it's time to start budgeting.
It is time for Pat and JT's 2 cents worth with Centris Federal Credit Union. And look at this. It's actually talking about taking inventory of your finances and your budgets. And this is a great place to start with the new year in particular, but just writing everything down. I literally have like a page, a sheet that I keep that has everything on it where all my money goes. And I know what I'm paying, where the money's coming from that's going to pay for that. And a lot of my things are set up as auto pays, which is something else you need to keep track of.
Yeah. Oh, right. That'll bite you in the butt, especially if the auto pay is something like a utility that changes or whatever. You just have to keep up on that. And Beth is the same way. She has a spreadsheet with everything. It's awesome.
Everything.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to do a spreadsheet, you can do it at, like they said at Centris. They have plenty of apps out there. I mean, there's Mint, there's Good Budget, a regular spreadsheet, whatever it may be. But no matter what, just find the tool that works best for you and write everything down.
Right.
So there you go. So see, you can create some new financial habits for the new year.
That's right. And Centris can help you. You can call 402-334-7000 or just go to their website, centrisfcu.org. You don't have to tell them what you do. Just take your money there. You don't have to say you toot in a jar.
No, you don't have to tell them that.
There's no shame.
But they'll help you keep your money and save it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Now, also excited because we have a guest on the show today. And she is in the green room. Is it a green room or is it a blue room?
Blue room, whatever. We'll ask Rayn. What color was the room you were just in, Rayn?
The color of my room?
Yeah, well, it's a gray room. You're in a gray room, but like if it's a green room at a TV show, what is this? Blue room, maybe? Orange room. Hurrdat, is it orange?
Room? It's a blue room, orange room.
Yeah.
I'm in the gray.
You're in gray.
No, Rayn, thank you for coming on the podcast with us today. This is where we do our little WhoDats, where we get a chance to kind of get to know all the people that we work with. Even though we're working from home for the most part, still want to get a chance to meet everybody. So tell us about yourself. Tell us how you ended up with Hurrdat.
Well, thank you for having me. I ended up here because I'm a sophomore student at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. And a friend of mine in my sorority, Regan, she was an intern here and she recruited so many of us in our sorority to be interns. So I couldn't be happier to be here.
She's like that lady that sells candles and goes to everybody's house and like recruits them to sell underneath her. And like she's this mogul. Everybody's like this Regan, mystical Regan, brings everybody to Hurrdat.
I know. When I first started, I was like so confused and I would always consult to Regan at lunch. I'd be like, Regan, am I doing everything okay? You might as well work here full time. I feel like you've been here forever.
Right? I mean, she is. She's just like she is. She's kind of like our beacon. She's just like, she gathers in everybody and brings them in. So where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
So I grew up in Papillion, Nebraska, just outside of Omaha. So I am from close by. I can go to Hurrdat whenever. So I'm right down the road, guys.
Nice.
But yeah, I played basketball in high school. I went to Papio South, and just growing up, I was always a part of a team. So I think that's what I like about Hurrdat is that we all work together and you're not like stuck in one place. You're talking to different people on different teams. And, you know, when you grow up playing a sport, you kind of miss that once you're out of it. So
yeah, that's a huge benefit. I thought about that a few weeks ago because my kids didn't really play team sports. They were individual, like whatever MMA kind of stuff. So that's missing that team aspect growing up. I think is something that will it would have benefited them, but they just weren't into it.
Yeah,
they're selfish.
That's kind of part of your upbringing, though, too, wasn't it? Because let's take a look. Don't you have a former Husker in your family tree?
Oh, yes. Yeah. So my dad played for the Huskers back.
Oh, that.
Yes. Yeah, that. So actually, I was on the radio. So I've been on the radio before. And it was with him because I don't know why he was on the radio. One of the sports channels in Omaha had him and one of his friends, Randy Stella. And so my dad was like, do you want to come with me? And so I did. And I've got to talk on the radio before. So this is nothing new. I'm a pro at this.
Nice. We can tell.
Yes. You're doing a fabulous job.
Yes. And we also work with Hale Varsity. So I think he's been on the cover of one of those before.
So what's your dad's name?
Dad?
His name is Keo Craver.
Gotcha. I remember him.
I do too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. If you watched back in the day, a lot more adults know who he is than the kids. But you know, when people find out, they get pretty excited because it was back in the glory days. So
that's true. So growing up Husker, I mean, was that like a thing? You know, with your friends? Was it like when you were younger? It was like, oh my god.
Yes. So actually, funny story. One time my dad came to eat lunch with me in 5th grade, came to school, and like everybody in my grade knew that he played for the Huskers. Didn't know him though, because we're all like 10.
Right.
But every single person in 5th grade lined up to get his autograph. I can't even the kids who didn't play sports, they were just like,
they just saw a line and a big dude signing his name and they're like, I'm in.
Yes, it was started by 2 kids in my class. They did it, and then they took the autograph to recess, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, we got Rayn's dad's autograph!" And so then everybody lined up at recess, and of course I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm not getting attention." So I was mad that he wasn't, because he actually since everybody was so excited that he was there, he came out to recess and played kickball with us or whatever.
Oh my God.
That's so. I have an exact same memory as that.
I'm sure you do.
As a kid,
I'm sure you do.
I do. I really do. When I was in 5th grade, There was a guy, I went to Waterloo High School, which is right outside of Omaha. And there was a guy that played for the Huskers back in the first heyday, back in the, like 83, 84. His name was Mark Shalene. And he went to Waterloo and went on to play for the Huskers. And when he was a senior, came back to eat with his nephew, who was in high school. And as a fifth grader, there was Mark. I didn't know, I had heard the name before because going to Waterloo, there's like 11 people that go there, and Mark's from Waterloo Place. So there's a line of kids, me included, with our paper, napkins or whatever, getting Mark's signature. I still have it at my parents' house, and not realizing just to do it. And then he also went to the gym and played basketball with us after lunch. So it's a cool. So thinking about it from the other side, those kids that will remember that forever.
Yeah,
this is true.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to talk about the time you went to lunch with your son, and all the kids lined up for your autograph.
Oh no, I did that.
Did that actually happen?
I don't remember. I went to show and tell once as a person from the radio with my nephew or my niece, and a goat was before me, the first kid, and they were still petting the goat when I was talking, giving my speech. So
that is so funny.
It was pretty sweet. It was in Utah.
Never follow children or animals.
Right? Or my cousin, not my niece. Yeah, right.
Okay. Yeah. Never follow children or animals. All right. So, Rayn, tell us something that maybe your coworkers haven't discovered about you yet. Is there any deep secrets or hidden passions or hobbies or?
Okay. Let's see. I love fashion. I don't think that's something anybody would know because we don't see each other.
Right.
And
I'm like an example of what happens when you don't see each other. You're in t-shirts.
Oh, I know. I'm in a basic shirt too, but I love to just, experiment with clothes and go thrifting. I feel like I would rather wear something that's secondhand than brand new. I've found. I think that, I actually took a class this past semester about merchandising, and then we talked about all the waste that clothes, gives the earth. And so I have been really into thrifting, and my grandparents, they've saved literally everything, like all my mom's and my aunt and uncle's clothes from when they were younger, when they were like my age. Yeah. And, stuff always comes full circle. So I always get something, and my friends are like, where'd you get that from? And I'll be like, oh, my grandparents' basement. Like every single
That's cool.
And they're like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Because it's authentic.
A bunch of my dad's really cool stuff. I don't know. My mom's parents, they would have some of my dad's cool stuff because he's not from Nebraska. So when he would be here and visit with my mom, they would just like keep his things. And so I have so many cool jackets from Nebraska and just
that's cool
different things that are his, and old t-shirts, like championship t-shirts. It's really cool.
That's awesome.
That is because those are like authentic originals. It's like what's the word? Vintage.
Yes, I know. I know everyone's like, it's so cool, and especially like on game days, and, people will be like, can I borrow this? And that's another thing is I like all my ducks in a row. So I don't like to, when people touch my things or borrow my things,
smart,
like everything organized. So I always know where it is.
Smart.
So, yeah.
No, we were just talking about this the other day. Knowing when to say no.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Right.
You can't.
And I used to
love
be
you,
horrible
but no.
that I was such a people pleaser growing up. I was always like following the rules, and people would always call me a teacher's pet, but I always stayed out of trouble. So
right.
I was always saying yes to everything.
I'm not opposed to teacher's pets, whatever. If it can get you through to school and you got good grades.
Right. Exactly.
All for
it.
That's the way to go. All right. So let's see. One other thing, Regan gave us a cheat sheet on you.
She did.
Yeah, just a little bit. She has on here, if there's, are you into TikTok?
I am a little. I'm trying to be. After doing this, after being a part of Hurrdat, I'm actually trying to be. Because I do like social media, and since I like clothes, I like want to share that with people. But I'm a little bit scared. I'm like scared of rejection, I'm just like, I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I just posted that. Like the only people commenting are my friends. I'm so embarrassed, but it takes time to get there.
It takes time. It does. It takes time. And you just got to say, you know what, just keep saying and being you, because you will find your people. Your people will find you, right? Yep. Absolutely.
Audience. Yes.
100%. Very good. Well, Rayn, thank you so much for coming on with us.
Yes, of course. Thank you for having me.
Pat, did you have any other questions?
I don't think so. I think we covered it all. We
got most of the stuff in here.
We can't wait till everybody's like 100% back in the office again after we get through all the second wave garbage and get to work directly with you. We're really excited. We've heard a lot of great things, not only about you, but also just the interns in general. Regan can really recruit.
Yes, she can.
Yeah.
I know. And then there's a new intern that started a couple days ago on the 3rd. That was one of my friends, but who was also in our sorority. So I'm trying to get the train going too if Regan leaves. So
right.
We're
gonna get this pyramid scheme or thing whatever Regan's got going. We're gonna get this thing rolling. Right?
Basically like Arbonne.
Yeah.
Arbonne, yes.
Yeah.
Arbonne. Regan is Arbonne.
There you go.
That's awesome. Thanks, Rayn.
Thank you
appreciate
so much.
it. You got it. You can text us at 402-403-9478. You can also email us, hey@patandjt.com.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Hurrdat Media Production.